What's up, people? It's your boy Jatwa, and I'm here back with my full voice, feeling fairly good health-wise, and computer working. We're gonna cross our fingers on all of those to maintain as is. Anyhow, I have been watching, observing some different designs out there, and you know, the one from Boeing. Scott Manley already built that one, but I had been working on Cinder prior to that occurring. Cinder, if you're wondering, is a similar idea, except for this thing is kind of a monster. It was built around 4 SRBs. That would be the main propulsion. On the wingtips, you have these 2 reliant rocket engines. I almost said jet engines, I'm so used to jets. And on the top here, you have your actual probe that has its own system as well. Now, this system here works fairly well. I have a smaller scale version that works extremely well. This one is getting a little finesse. I'm still getting used to it, but we're gonna try to see how well this launch goes today, and hopefully it won't be too terrible. I just made the modifications for the engines on the wings because they were giving me a lot of drag. So hopefully this configuration will still allow me to get up into LKO. So let's go. Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins. Right off the bat, this thing has a lot of power behind it, so I should be able to lift right up off the ground here in a second. There we go. Okay. Now we just need to go up as fast as possible before gravity decides, or the Kraken decides, that none of this should be happening at the moment. We will be getting some pretty high speeds, which is why you see this nose cone up here. The Clampotron shielded docking port has some pretty good heat dissipation up front. Really high absorption on the heat. I believe it's like 24,000, 27,000. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyhow, it does allow me to do pretty well breaking up that heat. And you see here, our drag actually isn't too bad, which is fantastic. That's exactly what I was hoping to see. Alright. Oh, we're not getting as much speed as we did prior. On the lighter version of this craft, it actually reaches really fast. It gets really fast. But this one, like I mentioned, is the larger scale model. So right now we're not high enough. We need to get up higher. So let's go ahead and kick on our engines here. I need to adjust those engines a bit, but that will work. This thing could actually probably get orbit. It probably could get orbit. I want to push myself up to around 75, or I'll push it to 80. That way my probe has plenty of time to do its thing. I definitely need to move these down closer to the center of mass, which means I need to move them down to around here, and it shouldn't lift my craft up when I throttle up so much. And everybody's probably saying, lower your nose! What are you doing, you fool? I know, I'm getting to it. I swear I am getting to it. There we go. And I can just watch those elvons. The second I see those elvons start to adjust, that means I need to back off the throttle a bit. And we have 70. Come on, give me 75. Alright, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and detach this next one. Switch over. Blow that off. We need to get this power out. Extend. We need to throttle up. And aim for prograde. And now we can get this other one out. It's got to happen really quickly. I may have delayed a bit much. Alright. Hopefully we'll get it. I think we'll get it. It's going to be pretty close. It's going to be pretty close. But yeah, this little probe actually does pretty well. Now, flying this thing back in is pretty simplistic. It's almost a glider once it's coming back in. It's really easy to do. I need to hold this right there. Should have used a bigger engine. Should have definitely used a bigger engine or launched early. You know what? Let's go back and let's see what happens if I slap a bigger engine on this thing. It's so slow. Alright, so we are ready to rock. Test number 2. Bigger engine included. Beautiful. Alright, let's go. Let's do this. I love how fast this bird lifts off too. For a big craft like this, it handles pretty sweet. Just needs to not push it too much and watch the entire craft fall apart. That would be fairly embarrassing. We're going to go for a really aggressive attack. Angle of attack. Angle of ascent. We're going to go really aggressive here. Because we have these 4 SRBs behind us. So we can do this. And we're going to push up as high as we can. And then we have those 2 engines hopefully balanced out. That will give us just what we need for our apoapsis. But right now, that thing is moving. Not as good as the smaller one, but it is cooking right now. Yeah, we're going to get a really good apoapsis out of this one. There we go. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Okay. So now if I wanted, I could cut on these engines here, push myself out to 80. Alright, and now we're going to start to lower ourselves back down. And while we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and kick off our next stage. Switch over to you. Get rid of that. Extend you. Extend you. And set you on prograde. Alright. And now, we are actually looking really good now. Alright, so let's push this on over to about there. I think we can push to about 30. I think we can push to about 30. Alright. Little less, little less, little less. We got a lot of power. Alright, 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 alright. Let me push. There we go. Okay. There we go. Get that speed going. Alright, 16 seconds. Alright, we're going a little fast. Oh, there we go. Trying to find that nice happy balance. Trying to find that nice happy balance. Of course, I wouldn't want to be shutting this all the way down. But anyhow, 37 seconds. This engine's way more powerful than what we need. And I went with the swivel. That's the scary part. I went with the swivel, so it will be less powerful. All right, here we go. Final burn. And we're gonna push it to 84. Okay, okay, that's looking good. So we have plenty of fuel on this thing still. We are looking really good right now. Now, I can't switch back to my other craft because, of course, we're out of range. So, let's jump back to the tracking center. And let's go back to here. Yeah, got it. Got it. New game. Got light all in my face. Get off me, light. Get off me, light. You don't want none. Whoa! Whoa! It didn't take me that long, did it? Okay, okay. We may be in a little bit of trouble. We may be in a little bit of trouble. Come on. Come on. Come on. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Oh! Come on, you can do it. You can do it! Woo! That was a small panic attack waiting to happen. Come back and it's just on its way down already. What the heck, game? Okay, well, that was interesting. Let's get this, see if we can get to the island. We got a little bit of fuel left, so we can actually burn this off. Oh man, it still handles so beautifully. So I don't know how you guys have been doing. I've been doing fairly well outside of the whole sick thing and the computer going down, additional stresses in life. But yeah, I've been handling it. I've been handling it fairly well. I started up again on exercises. Currently have shin splints. They are painful, but they are manageable. If you've never heard of it, I'm currently doing Couch to 5K, which is fun itself because you get to push yourself. You get to see what you can really do out there. I haven't run for years, and it feels good to know that I can get back out there and actually start running again. I'm on week 2, so wish me luck on week 3. That one said 3 minutes of jogging, and I haven't done 3 minutes of jogging unless I was chasing an ice cream man. So yes, it's been a while for me, but it does feel good getting myself back in shape again. I highly suggest it if you are if you have not done it yet. I think it's on Android and Apple. I'm on Android, so but Couch to 5K, it is definitely working. But man, you gotta push yourself. Remember, garbage in, garbage out. You only get out what you put in. Hopefully. In some instances of that term, you come out with an 18-year commitment, but yeah, I don't know what y'all talking about on that one. So yes, this is still a major success. This thing is actually flying really well. We are not going to make it to that island, but we may be able to do a water touchdown. Hopefully it will work. I am not seeing us making that island. I would have to go sky high and then dive down gently, and I really am not too keen on doing that at the moment. So it does appear like we will be doing a water landing unless we can eke out a touchdown on there, because we have pretty good glide on this craft, but still it is a bit concerning to make that happen. Alright, so let's see how close we get. Let's see. Yeah, our vertical speed's already dropping. And we're coming in on glide. We're coming in on a glide. Oh man, it's so close! It's so, if I would have had more time, I could have adjusted appropriately. But clearly, when I popped back in, we were already in the atmosphere, so that was not really, I didn't really take that into account, that I'd be that close to the atmosphere by the time that happened. Alright, well, here we go, coming down. Look how slow this thing can glide. That is absolutely beautiful. Let's give you a nice look. Let's give a nice 360 spin on this thing. Yes. This is my little craft. Well, little. This is Cinder 2, actually. Now, Cinder, I keep talking about Cinder 1. Cinder 1 was all Mark 1 parts. This one is completely stock as well. And it was just so gosh dang fast. It was terrifying. It was just, I had to figure out how to slow it down a bit because it was going so fast that the entire thing was overheating and it was just popping like popcorn. But I was able to eventually get it to nice and just barely get through the atmosphere before exploding, so it just barely eked through, and then the whole thing was just dissipating heat the entire time. I could release, and then I'm coming back in full speed, but both times, as long as I pancaked out, it would barely survive, and it was so terrifying each time, and I loved it every time. But anyhow, this one was built more for delivery of larger payloads. Cinder 1 was just not able to do that without flipping over. This one can. As you can see here, we are gliding in mega slow. Look at the speed we are currently at. 36.6 meters per second on this just ginormous craft. Let's take a look at the aerodynamic overlay. This craft is just gliding itself on in. I'm not even on the controls at the moment, so let's speed things up, and we'll see how close we get to the island. And we're coming in for a touchdown on the water. Hopefully nothing breaks. Wow, really? Apparently water is still extremely hazardous for all parts of your craft. It shredded all 4 of my SRBs. That is hilarious. Wow. Wow. A gentle touchdown to an immediate explosion. Oh, you gotta love it. Anyhow, that was rather unfortunate. Well, if you like what you see, hit that like button, drop me in a comment, let me know what you think. This craft has a bit of work ahead of it. It handles absolutely beautifully. Unfortunately, the water is equivalent to not just acid, it's equivalent to a cement block with giant Mr. T's slamming sledgehammers into it all at the same time while looking at you with a troll face grin on his head. So that's pretty close to how water is currently in the game. Anyhow, I will catch you guys in the next video. Oh, if you like what you see, hit the like button, drop in the comment, let me know what you think, and I'm out of here. Peace. Just peace.